I think people want something to lean on, to look at, and that's the reason primarily we do. I think more importantly, what's going on right now with earnings is what everybody should be paying attention to. And what you should really be paying attention to, if I look at last earnings season, heard primarily from the CEOs as on their go-forward statements, our fears are high energy prices and the strength of the dollar. Those fears haven't really come off. But what's the big fear? What do you report about every day? Tariffs, Brexit. We'll see how much those two figure into the CEO statements. Now, Jamie Dimon alluded to it a little bit with a lot of, political consternation, if you will, worldwide. But we didn't truly hear just tariffs there. And that's what I'm most interested in. Are we going to, the usual suspects, you'll hear it from automakers, the Caterpillars, the Boeings of the world. But are you going to start to hear more from retailers, et cetera? And that's what I think you want to start listening for on these earnings calls.
Retailers, the consumer discretionary trade, technology have been leaders so far this year. Mm-hmm. Maybe not surprisingly, they were among the hardest hit as the markets took that leg lower. Exactly. And yet they caught a bit of a bid in Friday's trading session. What are we to read into that? Are we still in a position where those retail-oriented stocks and tech stocks are leadership? And if they are, does anything about Friday's price action make you feel better or worse about the prospects for the overall market?
I think overall we are in a time right now, and you see this happen every 6 months to a year, where the ground is shifting a little bit. With all the news out there, we are seeing the ground shift. So what you're seeing people trying to figure out is, where do I put my money next? To me, this sell-off that started, last week was more about people not necessarily saying, I have to dump everything. They were more taking profits, taking money off the table. What's interesting to me is, in a time like this, you should see financials really start to lead the way. They haven't, because people have been burned so many times by this 10-year yield. They wanted us to hold 3.2% on the 10-year. We didn't. And so with that, I think what people are trying to figure out is, okay, I took some profits. What's next? And technology, I think, will be the what's next for many people. But we'll have to see where that comes from, because we just saw overnight in Asia, the technology stocks led them to the downside.
What's